Hi, this is Patty from Homemakers Daily. I wanted to show you how I used my DIY fish inserts this week. I'm not going to do these weekly updates every single week forever. It's just right now I'm still learning and still trying new things. And so I want to share with you some of the things that are working and not working. So let's get started. Like I mentioned the last couple of times, I have been putting the washi tape at the bottom of the different weeks, like the Peaceful Parent does, and I really do like that. Okay, so still using the weekly as my advanced planning. When I have something I need to do on a set day, rather than writing it on my daily page, I write it here, then I transfer it over. My menu, my spending. Now what I did different this week is with this weekly chart. So if you look here, I've got washi tape on the edge for reinforcement, and then I have clipped the holes so I can move it around. So we'll get to that in just a second. Okay, I was trying something new to improve my spending habits. I'm a little bit of a spender, need to get that under control. So I made this chart, and these were the actual things that I purchased. I wanted to kind of go over them at the end of the week and think what I could have done different. I don't know if I'll do this or not. It was just something I tried. Okay, so here we are on Monday. Now here's what I did last week. I put this page right here. Now the reason that I did this, I need a daily page so that I have a list of things I need to do each day. But I also need to see the list of things I need to do sometime during the week. Putting the weekly chart here wasn't helpful for me because for me, out of sight is out of mind. So if I couldn't see it, then it's as if it didn't exist. So if I couldn't see it and it didn't exist, then this was all I needed to do. So I didn't necessarily feel a sense of urgency to get these things done so that I could get the others done. It's like, well, this is all I have to do. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's just how my ADHD mind works. So to solve that problem, these right here are my dailies. This note here about iron, that is not ironing clothes. I do not iron. It is an iron tablet, just in case you wondered. Now this list here, these are all things that pop into my head that I need to do sometime this week. Some of them are big, some are little. It's just whatever pops into my head, I write it there. Now I ran out of room, and so I started jotting things down on this side. I highlighted the things that I accomplished, and I actually had a more productive week than I have for a long time because I had my daily plan and I had these things right in front of me. Even up here was better. The stars are items that really needed to be done. Those were priorities. Now you see these little dots? These two things here were really projects, but they weren't necessarily projects that I could break down, like scrape the paint off the front porch. Well, I mean, there's just no way to break that down unless I did it by time increments, and I didn't want to do that. So the little dot there means that I did that one time. Oil windows, I worked on that one time, and so that's what those are. So anyway, here's my Monday. I had my planning that I did. I wrote my little notes, and then I wrote my notes about the day over here. I've also created this little tab. This is my page finder too, and the tab matches down here. I know that's silly. I probably won't keep doing that, but it's fun right now. So then at the end of the day, I just pulled that out and I moved it here to Tuesday. Here's Tuesday's to-do list. I made a little note here and here. I needed to, I had a lot going on that day, but I needed to put oh, I know, David was at the gym and I wanted to have his dinner ready when he got back. So I reminded myself that at 6:15 I needed to turn the oven on, and at 6:30 I needed to put the fish in the oven. And I wrote that down because I kept thinking, oh, I can't forget, I can't forget, I can't forget. So finally I just wrote that down, and then I was good. My notes. Wednesday, pretty much usual, divided into morning, afternoon, evening. Thursday, I tried something different this day. I did kind of the bullet journal where I just wrote everything down that I needed to do over here, but that didn't work very well, so I won't do that again. I was hoping to get a lot done that day, but I didn't. Friday, same as usual. Saturday, nothing new here. You can see I used this box I ran out of room over here, so I used this box for our updates on what we had done on the house that day. And then instead of my blessing, obstacle, and lesson, I just wrote 3 good things that happened that day. See, I'm very inconsistent. Every day is different. My schedule is different, my life is different, how I use my planner is different. Nobody says you have to do it the exact same way every day. And that's where this weekly page is helpful. Instead of pre-planning every day, assuming every day is going to follow the formula, I put the things I need to do over here. Then when I get to that day, I can create my plan based on what's going on and how I feel and how I want to do it. So every day is a little bit different, and that is okay. Sunday, did the weekly review. All right, now the next week, same thing. My weekly, my menu, my spending. Here's my chart again. This time I did something a little different. I did put these circles, these reinforcements on here because the washi tape made it a little bit flimsy. And so the circles helped give it just the right thickness that it needed to hold up well. And this time I also started to write the extras instead of on the back. I wrote them over here, but I probably won't do that again. That did not work very well. It's kind of hard to see them. I also added, like Christy from Gifty Etc. does, she puts the tick marks if she's moved something forward. So you can see that these things I had also had on my list last week, and I've moved them forward. And so I'll do that each week, and if they get to be 4 or 5, then I have to do them. And I have oil windows. That was from last week too. You can see I worked on that once. But I did go ahead and say, here it says see back. I went ahead and wrote down all the rooms, and I've marked off the ones I've done just to make sure that I know, or to help me remember what needs to be done next. Blank so far. Remember, blank space is okay. Now, Monday, my husband was in the hospital. He actually went in on Sunday. But he was in the hospital. We thought he was having a TIA or a mini stroke, but it turned out to be a complicated migraine. So I made notes about what they did and what they said, but you can see that I really didn't write anything down. Tuesday, I ran out of room here, so I filled it in over here. And remember, this little dot means I worked on it, but I didn't finish it. Wednesday. Oh, and then I switched. I'm not doing the blessing obstacle lesson anymore. I decided to go ahead and do the Filofax 365/30 list right here. And on this day, I wanted to try to get these done here, the blog in the afternoon. I had the little kids over, so I knew I wouldn't get anything done here. Now these 4 items here, I needed to do, but I didn't know when I was going to do them. So I just stuck them over here. So that I wouldn't forget, but I didn't want to put them in a certain time slot. I ran out of room, so I made a few notes right here. I typically use every bit of space in my planner. You know, nothing is off limits. Margins, you know, wherever. Oh, see, here's another one. I put my son's birthday was here, and so I wrote it up there to remind me. We had my son and his wife and my daughter and her husband over, and there's the menu. Here's my 365 list and my notes. And today, look here, nothing yet. I knew that I would be home alone all day. I'm hoping to get a lot done, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do last night, so I left it blank. I'll fill it out in a couple of minutes, or not. Today feels like one of those days when I know what I need to do, and I don't necessarily need a list, so I'll probably end up writing down what I did. Again, every day is different, and how I use my planner is different, and that's okay. So, that's it for this week. I really am loving this, and I'm going to go ahead and put this back where it belongs. And that's really what I'm going to probably do today, is work more from this list than this list because I want to try to knock out a bunch of this stuff. So thank you for watching, and if you would like to see more articles about time management and planners and homemaking, please go to homemakersdaily.com. Thanks for watching.